guys, long time no see. I know, that's my fault, not yours. Sorry about that, at least if there's anybody out there that noticed I've been missing. I am sorry about that. Been a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not going to tell you about my problems because you don't want to hear about them and they're not that interesting, and we all got them, right? So anyways, I'm glad to be back, and I hope you're here. And I hope I'm not just talking to no one. That would be really lonely. Anyways, I'm going to sit down for a minute and tell you what we're up to today. So, wait a minute. I sat on a baby pine cone. Almost got it up my behind. That would not be comfortable. Anyways, yeah, I'm kind of in a goofy mood today. So today, I'd like to say almost happy 4th of July. It's just a couple days away, and we have beautiful weather here in Michigan. And if you're not from the U.S., happy summer. Because who doesn't love summer, right? It's a beautiful day here today. Nice and dry, and the breeze has been really hot and muggy, which I've heard it has been across most of the country. Today we got a good one. I wish I could bake outside, but I can't. But we're going to make a pie for the 4th of July. And we're going to call it 4th of July Swirl Cream Pie. Hey, that rhymes. How about that? I've seen this recipe. It's not mine. I've seen it on the internet. A lot of people posting it, but I don't know who it originally came from. It looks delicious, but I don't know if it will be. And you're going to watch me give it a try. That way, if it's a win or a lose or something, a fail or, I don't know, success, whichever way, you're going to get to watch it and you won't have to spend your money on the ingredients. So if it's a fail, you won't be out any money. But if it's a win, I'll get to eat it and you won't. So just what I need. Anyways, it looks really pretty. It's got cream and raspberries and blueberries, or you can use strawberries if you want. I'm going to use raspberries and blueberries, and it looks like it's going to be mighty tasty, but I won't know until we get in that kitchen and get it made and find out. But either way, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know if it's good or bad. So I'll stop yakking because I've been told in the past, get on with it. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to get on with it. You got to have tough skin for the internet, folks. Here it goes. Okay, first of all, I'm going to take, excuse my messy fridge, you didn't see that. Take my cream cheese out because that's supposed to get softened up. So as you can see, I used an off-brand, this is an Aldi brand cream cheese, and I thought I only needed one package, but you can see by the ingredients I needed 2. So I had to go back to the store and get another package. You need 2 8-ounce packages, and I just used Aldi's graham crackers. And I think they proved out to be just fine, just like any other graham crackers. So we need graham cracker crumbs. So this is the way I always make them crumbs. Just take a bowl or bottom of a cup or something. And pulverize them. Sorry for the bouncing camera. See, I could invest in a fancy food processor, but what fun is that, right? You don't get to smash things up then. This way you get to take out your frustrations on the crackers. So this was the second mistake I made that day. I added 8 tablespoons of butter instead of 6. Did you ever have one of those days where you just don't seem to do anything right? Well, this was one of them. But anyways, you only need 6 tablespoons of butter, and I cover it with my wrapper when I put it in the microwave so it doesn't spit all over the microwave. Gonna need a bowl to mix it in. And we're gonna need, I believe this is a 9-inch pie plate. Put the graham cracker crumbs in here. And tablespoons of sugar, which it says is optional. Like I said, I'm using salted butter and the sugar because I like the sweet and salty mix. Butter out of the microwave. See, this just kept everything from getting spit all over the microwave. And 30 seconds twice, not all at one time, because sometimes I think they get hotter the longer you put the cooking time on for. But 30 seconds twice did it. So we got our sugar in here, mix it into the graham cracker, and we're gonna put our butter in there. This is hot. And of course, you just want to mix all that butter in real good to those crackers, and then take it and put it in your pie plate and press it down nice and firm on the bottom, and press it firmly against the sides too. That way you get your crust. My crust turned out just fine too with the extra tablespoons of butter. I don't really think it made a difference at all. Let that crust chill in the fridge for about 20 or 30 minutes. Our cream cheese is softening, and we're going to do our lemon now. Love the smell of lemon. Do this to get the old juices flowing. I would get my little juicer out. It's not going to take much. We'll just pick the seeds out. So it looks like a half of lemon. Am I in the camera at all? Looks like a half of a lemon gets me my tablespoon of lemon juice. Pretty much. We'll get a little more in there and we'll dig those seeds out. I could have gotten my strainer, all that, my juicer. I'm lazy. So I think I'm taking a shortcut, and I just made myself more work. Gotta love the smell of lemon, don't you? Look at that. I would have used concentrated lemon juice instead of buying a lemon, but the store was all out. So this will make it even better. Look at that, and all natural, right? So we got our 1 tablespoon of real lemon juice. Get rid of this mess. And while we're waiting for our cream cheese to soften, we're just gonna measure out our teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. I know I dirtied the dish when I didn't need to, but sometimes I just like it measured out ahead of time. Okay, back with my other cream cheese. Now they're all supposed to be softened, which they are. Gonna open them, put them in here, and whip them together. So now we're supposed to beat this until it's smooth and fluffy. I always try to spare you from the sound of the mixer. It's just not really pleasant to listen to, is it? I think we got it creamy enough now. So now we're going to add our 1 cup of powdered sugar. I had to cover it up when I ran back to the store to get my other block of cream cheese. And then we're going to add our teaspoon of vanilla and our 1 tablespoon of our lemon juice. We're going to blend that all together real well. So once I got that all blended together, then I got a separate bowl and put my 1 1/4 cups of heavy whipping cream in there and mixed that up. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it took a while. I was beginning to wonder, you're supposed to do it until stiff peaks form. And I mixed it for quite a while. I sped it up for you, and I was about wondering if there was something wrong with it and if it was gonna work, but it finally did. Then just instantly it stiffened up. You see right here, it's nice and stiff. Then the recipe said to gently fold the whipped cream into the cream cheese mixture. And I started gently folding, but it took more than gently folding. I actually just hand mixed it. Got it all blended real good. Then once you've got it all mixed together real well, we're just going to put it in that chilled pie crust. And then we're going to start our swirling technique. Now I'm going to give you a spoiler alert here, so if you don't want to know the ending, plug your ears. But here's the thing. I picked this pie to make for the 4th of July especially because it's all over the internet, like I said in the beginning, and the pictures of it are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it looks like a work of art. It looks like a beautiful red, white, and blue tie-dye piece of art. That's why I wanted to make it, because it was so pretty. Well, needless to say, when you see the pictures at the end, I was very disappointed in how it turned out. It tasted good, tasted really good. If you like cream and berries, it's kind of like a cheesecake. It tasted really good, but it did not look anything like the pictures. Now, the recipe I chose to use was the one with jam, and they say to blend this jam, you take your jam and you warm it in the microwave a little to liquefy it a little more, and then you use toothpicks or a knife and you swirl it in to the batter here, or the filling. And I had my doubts when I was doing it, but I went ahead and I gave it my best shot. And it did not swirl at all. To understand my disappointment, you can Google, I think it's called 4th of July swirl pie or something. If you Google it, you'll come up with the images of what they tell you this pie is going to look like. And mine sure didn't end up like that. Now, if there's somebody out there that's made it, that got a pie that looked like the pictures, please comment below and let me know how you did it, because right now I'm just not believing it. I'm thinking those pictures are AI or fake food or something. I would put a picture up here side by side of what mine looked like and what theirs looked like, what you thought you were going to get if you made this. But I don't know if I can get in trouble for doing that, and I'm not out to slam somebody else, what they posted, but you know the internet, you just can't believe everything you see on the internet. So I was very disappointed with how it looked. It tasted good, but this is what I had too, because the jam didn't go down into the filling. It was kind of all over the top like something exploded. So then I just decided to cover the top with blueberries and raspberries, and I was going to put some on it to begin with, but I kind of had to do it too to cover up the jam. You know, the messy looking part of the jam. So I almost didn't post this video because I was so disappointed, but like I said, it did taste good. But then I thought, well, I told you in the beginning I was going to let you see it, whether it was a pass or a fail. So in my opinion, it was a fail. Did it taste good? Yes. But did it look like the pictures? No. Would I make it again? Probably not, because whipping cream isn't real cheap. You know, it wasn't a real cheap pie to make, and there's a lot of other pies that I would rather make. But I told you I'd be honest with you, so here's my honest review. There's my swirls, folks. Not too impressive, but it did taste good. So to each his own. That's just my experience. Like I said, I'm open to any and all comments below. So thanks so much for stopping by and for taking the time to watch this silly video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.